Hey friends, Jennifer here. You're watching Moreau Family Farm. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel. I am so excited. I don't think that I have ever gotten anything like this before. So I am really excited. I have lived on my own in a few different houses. I have rented a few times. And when we had our last home, it came with all of these, so we never had to purchase any. And of course now we're in a house that's a complete wreck, but this is what we got that's brand new, and I am so stinking excited. All right, now it's not completely unpackaged yet, but man, you guys, look. I got a huge refrigerator. It's so big it does not fit in this spot. Obviously, it's not going to stay here forever, but it is getting plugged in and getting set up because I'm tired of living out of this refrigerator, and all of my appliances came in. So we have to, literally, we had to move all this stuff around to even get, we had to get the refrigerator through that door. And all of our stuff was up against this wall, so we had to maneuver this. And then we had to move the couch because they wanted to bring the rest of the stuff through that door over there. So everything's just kind of all wackadoodled at the moment. But I've got my stove right there. My dishwasher is right here. My range, my hood range is somewhere. Oh, I got my hood range over there. And my refrigerator. So, we're still unpackaging it. We're still getting all the stuff off. Antonio just went to go turn off the water so the line will drain properly. This is the water line that is currently attached to the house. The water line that we have here now has a very, very small drip in it, but it kind of works out perfectly because we have a self-watering system for Lady. So it's awesome, but not anymore because that water line that goes there is now going to be going to our ice maker. But yeah, I'm super excited. They are all Maytag. And woohoo! Okay, so the reason why we went with a Maytag. First, before I start all this, if you guys are new to the channel and you're thinking, what the heck? These people have the ugliest kitchen. Why are they spending money on these brand new Maytag appliances, but yet they haven't even fixed their kitchen? How can they live like that? Well, if you're new to the channel, we have been in this house for just a little over 2 months. Oh, actually going on 3 months. And we are completely renovating this house from underneath all the way up. So it's just a work in progress. We ordered the appliances with the intention that the kitchen would be somewhat close to having them installed, but we're not ready to do the kitchen yet. Our cabinets are in, but we're not allowing them to be delivered until we're ready for them, which is going to be a few more weeks. So we still have the cabinets to install. We still have the whole the floors. Yes, the floors are going to be redone. And this door is going to disappear. So that's going to be a wall. All of these appliances are going to be on that wall over there. And it's going to be totally transformed by the time we're done. It's just going to take a while. But since the appliances came in, we are going to use, not all of them. We're only going to use the refrigerator. The hood range, the stove, and the dishwasher are not going to be installed until the new kitchen is in, because there's really no need to unbox these and all that other stuff. The only thing that I'm concerned with not unboxing them though is seeing what kind of condition they're in. So according to Antonio, we're going to unbox them just to make sure that they're not banged and bruised and all that other stuff. Looking at this box here, and I know this isn't a big deal, but you can see that the bottom's been kind of pushed in a little bit. This box over here has, you know, some scratches on the box, so you just don't know what the appliance looks like in the inside until you take it out of the box. So we are going to check them just to make sure that everything looks good. Now, obviously, again, all the floor is plywood on this side. All of the new flooring has been done from basically here on back. And we'll get to the back section in a little bit. This here is, let me go over here. This flooring here hopefully is enough flooring to do the kitchen and the living room, but I really don't think it is. Oh, there's another box or two behind there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's another box behind that. I don't think it's going to be enough flooring. We might have to go back and get a few more boxes, but they did say that this is a product that they carry all the time. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just worried about spending more money on the flooring because it really should have been enough. Anyways, we'll worry about that when we get to it. There is only one additional boxes behind these doors. These doors are the doors that were originally in the closets for the bedrooms. We are not going to be using these doors. We'll use them for something else. I'm sure we'll find something to use them for. But the doors in the bedrooms are going to be barn doors. So those are just taking up space at the moment. But let me get back to why we went with the Maytags. So obviously there's a lot of different types of products to choose from. You have Samsung, LG, which, you know, yeah, they're beautiful and they're really cool. They've got all these high-end features. And they're probably, honestly, about the same price point, if not a little bit cheaper than the Maytag. For some of their products, obviously not all of them, because some of their refrigerators and ranges can be very expensive. But one of our friends that works at Lowe's, we call him our nephew. We've become very good friends with him. But he used to work at the repair center for appliances, and he said one of the number one appliances that keeps on coming back for repairs, I believe he said it was it Frigidaire or GE? The GEs, the Samsungs, the LGs, those had a lot of issues with them. He said that Maytag is actually one of the best appliances out on the market, and the reason for that is it has a 10-year warranty that comes with it. When the other appliances only have like a 1 or 2 year, Maytag has a 10-year warranty. So that's huge. So all of our appliances are Maytags. If we have any issues with any of these Maytags within the next 10 years, we should not have any issues whatsoever. Hopefully, right? Knock on wood, all goes well. We don't have to call them for anything. But if something does happen, it should, I don't know if they just repair it or if it's replaced or what the deal is with it, but they have the best warranty and the easiest to work with. So that is good. And that is why we went with the Maytag. So super excited about this guy right here because I am definitely tired of minimalism, buying vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. We obviously don't have our garden up and going yet. We've got a lot of stuff to do here, and gardens take a lot of planning, a lot of preparation. There will be no garden until probably next year. Not probably. There will be no garden until next year. So until then, I have to buy fruits and vegetables and meats and stuff like that from the store. Now we do have our freezer outside, which is wonderful. It's been great having a deep freezer. I don't know what we would do without it because this little guy right here does not store much at all. This has been really handy though. Don't get me wrong. For the money that we spent on this, it was worth it. And this will come in handy. In the future, we'll be able to use it for, you know, storing drinks and stuff like that outside for when we get to the deck, if we ever build a deck back there and stuff like that. So it's going to serve a purpose. And if it doesn't, then we'll just sell it. No big deal, right? Let me show you what else has been going on over here. The bedroom is still a giant mess, but it looks pretty. The walls are pretty anyways. The baseboards are pretty. We got some new windows in, which I kind of showed you guys in the last video, that some of our windows have been installed. The trim still needs to be installed, so that's going to change. But Antonio is currently working on the master bathroom, the shower install. It's going to be a little bit of a work in progress, but he is getting there and figuring it out. This is the shower pan that's going in. He had to go under the house and fix some of the drainage and stuff like that. He's got the glue out. Once he's progressed a little bit more, we'll get back to this part of the video so you guys can see the updated version of the bathroom. But it is going to be a while before this bathroom is finished as well. Antonio has a lot of stuff on his plate, and I know that he knew that when taking on this undertaking of this house. But I guess I thought it'd be a little bit faster progression, but that's okay. He's doing a good job. It's just taking a little bit longer than we thought, because we weren't expecting the air conditioning to break. Even though we know it was on its last legs, probably because it's old, we were hoping that it would hold out a little bit longer. Also, the beams in the roof, he wants to do those, which I really want to hire somebody to do it, but he doesn't want to, which I understand. We don't want to spend the money, but I'm a little nervous with him doing it because he's never done anything like that before, and this is a lot of stuff to get done. So it's easier when you just pay somebody to do the work for you and you know it's going to get done right. Not saying that he won't do it right either. It's just going to take a lot longer and it's going to be a lot harder. And I'm nervous about my ceiling being open for a long period of time. And unfortunately, I feel like once he starts this project, the roof is going to be open for a while. And that scares the heck out of me. But, yeah, we'll get to that when we get there. It's all a work in progress, and there's nothing I can really do to help because I don't know how to do any of it. So that's that. As you guys just saw, Antonio is getting the shower liner. Well, I should say, he put down the plastic shower liner. He glued that in. We had to let that wait to completely dry. And then now he's doing the concrete down on the bottom with a little bit of a slope to go towards the drain. So then that's going to have to dry for, you know, 24 hours or so. And then after that's done, then he is going to start working on, I believe, doing the walls in the shower. And then after the walls in the shower are done, then he's probably going to start working on the tile in the inside of the shower. Or he might do the tile in the inside of the shower before the walls, but I don't think so. I'll have to ask him, but most likely he's going to be doing the walls first, Then he's going to do the tile on the inside of the floor on the shower. But I did pick out the flooring, which I will show you. So this is going to be on the bottom of the floor in the shower. So that's going to go down on the bottom, and then it's going to be subway tiles on the wall. And then it's going to be the same flooring as this here. The vanity has been sitting here for like a month already, so I'm anxious to get this out of here and get that in the bathroom. So windows have been installed. The guys will be back tomorrow. I know I still have a sheet up on the window here. I do have curtains. I've already received the curtains that I ordered, but I don't want to put them up yet until I've primed this wall here. Because if I'm going to be doing shiplap, which is a wood paneling that goes horizontal on that wall, I definitely don't want to see any kind of vertical stripes on this wall. Hi, kiddo. Hi. They just got home from school. Zion has soccer practice today at 6 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock, so he gets to relax for just a little bit. And yeah, so that's kind of the reason why this room is still kind of looking all chaotic and stuff. I just don't want to get any of my new stuff ruined. So until this wall is done and I figure out what I'm doing, then an old sheet is just going to have to suffice. Yeah, until it's done, because I don't want to ruin anything. And like I was showing you guys earlier, windows have been done. That's so exciting. We will be getting a new front door eventually. I may just paint this one. I'm not 100% sure yet. And we are going to be painting the house. These shutters are going to get removed and painted. We have the other shutters that go to those windows over here, and those will be painted as well. And there's some on the side of the house also that will get painted. If you guys have any ideas of the color that we should paint the brick and the house, I'd love to hear your input. I know that I want to go like white with black trim, and also I'm not 100% sure. I know that I want white, or like a creamy white, not like a bright white. I want black accents, and I also want like the natural wood coloring. So that's what I'm going for. But if you guys have any ideas of how I should paint between the brick and the wood siding here and the brick, please be sure to let me know your inputs and thoughts on that, because I'm not quite sure what I want to do. So let me just show you what he has done at this point. He's put in the shower liner. He, as you saw in the last video, he had the concrete down to give it that angle towards the drain. Yesterday, he started putting in the flooring here, but I see now that he is making a mess over there, so I certainly hope he cleans all this up. But we're gonna have a little insert wall shelving here, and there's gonna be a bench down here also. But he is working on things right now, so I'm gonna let him be for the moment, because I don't like to get in his way. And then I'll come back, and so basically he's just putting some cement board in there for right now. And we also have this Aqua Defense stuff that is also to help keep any kind of moisture out, and it waterproofs the entire shower. So once he's done doing all the things that he needs to do with like the drywall, you have to get the special drywall for showers. It helps with like moisture barriers, stuff like that. It's not waterproof, but it does make it better. And then once he's done putting in all that stuff, and I'll show you how he's going to put in that Aqua Defense as well to help waterproof it even more. So with showers, if you're installing a new shower, if you're just upgrading an old shower, you don't necessarily have to do all of this stuff. Most of it does help though. But if you're starting from scratch, you definitely have to do all of this. You need to make it as waterproof as possible. And then while he's doing that, I'm actually going to be working on our living room wall here, just this wall on the window side. And I don't like the wood paneling, so I've been watching some YouTube videos to find out what would be the best way to fill in the cracks on the paneling. And what I have come to a conclusion of, first thing that you want to do is prime the walls with a good primer. I'm just going to use Kiehl's all-purpose primer. Interior, exterior, all-purpose primer, multi-surface. So I'm going to put this on first, and I'm going to put it on as thick as I need to put it on. You kind of know how thick to put it on, but in this instance, we're not putting on the primer to then paint over it. After I put on the primer, I'm going to be putting on actually joint compound, which is something that you would use for drywall to fill in the seams on drywall. And I've watched a couple of videos, and that seems to be something that works really well. So I'm going to be using, oh gosh, it's the brand that I chose. I chose this USG Sheetrock all-purpose joint compound. This is what I'm going to use to fill in all of the cracks. So I'm going to get rid of all of this and all of this texturizing here. It is going to take a while. So like I said, I'm going to prime it all first. Make sure that it's primed well. The reason why I'm priming it first is to help the joint compound to stick to it better. Anyways, that's what they've said. That's what the video said, that doing the primer just allows it to adhere better to the joint compound. So I'm going to try it out, see if it works. They also said that I'm going to have to probably do 3 or 4 coats of the joint compound. So it's going to be a lot, and hopefully not as messy as what I'm thinking it's going to be, but it's going to be a messy process. Luckily, this room has no flooring in it yet, and it's just the plywood, so I'm really not too overly concerned about it. Now, if my house was completed and it had the new flooring, and then I'm doing something like that, it would be a little bit more complicated, but luckily we're starting from scratch, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to show you the process of me priming the walls because that's pretty simple. It's just like painting with a roll-on painter. When it comes to the joint compound, I'm going to have to use a trough and stuff like that, or a trowel, sorry. I'm going to use a trowel and just fill in those gaps the best that I can. And also, in this case, because we have our brand new windows in, which are super beautiful, as you can see, the windows have still the brown trim, and I don't want brown trim. So I'm going to be priming the window trim as well, and I'll probably have to put 2, maybe 3 coats of primer on this, but then I'm going to be painting it our trim color, which is, it's called Frost by, I want to say it's Behr. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah, Behr Frost color, and it's like it's a pretty white color. It's the trim that we have. Oh, I didn't even do the hallway trim yet, but it's this trim right here. So this is a light gray color, which is also kind of hard to see, but then this is the trim color, and I still have to touch up on this as well. So while I'm doing the trim on the windows, I'll probably touch up this hallway. Yeah, so all right, so this is some of the process, and I started going around the trim of the windows with the primer. And the trickiest part with this is when you roll it on, it doesn't get, oh, big old drip mark right there. Better clean that up real quick. Definitely not a professional painter. I get tired of painting, so I end up doing a sloppy job. But I'm not really that concerned, only because we're going to be putting the the joint compound on top. But I have had to come through with a paintbrush. I probably should use a bigger paintbrush, but because I was doing the edges of the windowsill and stuff, I figured I would use something a little bit smaller. But I have to get into the grooves, you know, with a regular paintbrush in order to get those painted. So there's that. Don't mind the mess. It's hard to keep this place clean, especially right now when everything looks like this. Everybody else feels like they could just kind of toss things around. So anyways, we still have not slept in this room yet. Obviously, everything is a disaster. This is the insulation that we needed for this wall right here. This is an exterior wall, so you want to make sure that that is always insulated when you're doing, you know, any kind of drywall on an exterior wall. Insulation is very important. And then he started doing some right here, but then decided, I guess, you're not going to do it. Are you taking this down or you're just leaving that?
I'm going to leave it. Yeah. It's an extra piece on this one.
Okay, well, we have all that extra stuff there.
Yeah, but I'm going to need that for when I take down that ceiling.
Oh, right. Okay. So, this is where he has gotten so far.
Right now I'm going to,
and he's pretty much done with this, so I think just the next step after this is just putting up the drywall.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but right now I'm going to grout that.
Are you?
I'm going to grout the floor.
Make sure you vacuum it up first.
I'm going to grout all that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's all I'm going to be able to do today. I don't know if I want to put insulation on that wall. Or these two walls. That's why I was asking you how much was it.
Mm. Yeah.
If it's really cheap, then I'll go ahead and put it up. If it's really expensive, I'll wait. I'll use it on that other stuff.
Yeah. Because I think as far as like heating and cooling this house, I don't really think it's going to be that bad. Now that we have the new windows, and once the windows are completely sealed off and stuff, I think that it'll hold some good air in here. Or, you know, whatever. Cooling and heating, it'll hold it quite well. What'd you say? Yeah. My box?
The box?
Yeah, I know, I saw it. I don't want to touch the insulation though, because I get really itchy. But that's going to be my little niche or niche, whatever you guys want to call it. I call it niche. But for shower, you know, shampoo, conditioner, soap, razor blades, that kind of stuff. Razor blades, not really razor blades, but razors. And he wants to use this up in the ceiling. When he cuts this out, it's going to need some more insulation up there. So since we have all that extra stuff, instead of just, don't mind the way I look, guys, I've been painting. So instead of just trying to find a place to put the insulation and using it just for whatever, it's just better off to save it and use it someplace that it's needed. That way we're just not wasting a bunch of money. This is just to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like with a normal colored wall-ish. This obviously does not look normal whatsoever, but all of those cracks and crevices from the seams there are all going to be filled in, and this will be hopefully a nice smooth wall. But definitely it's going to have the white trim around the window, nice bright white trim color. And then this wall is going to be Repost gray, which I've mentioned before is the same color gray that's in my bedroom. It's hard to see because it's so bright in here right now, but this is Repost gray. There, that's a better view of it. Okay, so it's a light gray, but this wall is actually, I mean, it hasn't taken me long to do it, but my hands are really bothering me. My fingertips are kind of numb, and I don't feel them on my right hand, and they're tingling on my left hand. So I just kind of want to take it easy and not just do too much, because that's what I tend to do. I overdo it. I put strain on my nerves and my muscles, and I got to stop doing that. So I got to take it easy. That's it for today, guys. Thank you, and until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you then. Bye.